So what I have here is these are representing our sun and our spiritual sun, Sirius. And we've got Orion, the Stargate, the belt, and Sirius, and we have some Mars energy this week, which is going to bring a little fire and maybe a little irritation, but you're going to use it because it's a truly magical week. All right, so welcome, welcome. Please enter this sacred space in reverence, presence, and love. And feel and see yourself entering between these two beautiful beings that are here and entering onto this gateway, this pathway that we're on this week in a very magical way. Okay, so hi Julie. Good morning, everyone. This is Akasha, and I'm just like so over the moon. I almost literally haven't slept in 2 days since the Intuition Awakening summer camp began. You can still join until the Lion's Gate. So if it interests you, there's a link below. Let us know. It's so, I don't even know what the word is. Expansive. Good, because we're doing Jupiter retrograde. Jupiter just went retrograde a few days ago. Yesterday is the topic of our theme this week, which is this thing called the North Node. And all you need to know is it's a direction that we're crossing, and it represents our collective destiny, as of course is a collection of all of our individual destinies. So we're in a destiny change point, really stunningly amazing, okay? And we have Leo, we have the Lion's Gate, and this energy is bringing us the possibility of either getting fear from the lion, that energy that's roaring over us and being the evil king and telling us what to do and misusing power and not using the heart for courage and kindness and protection and love, which that energy, that true masculine energy is really designed for. Well, I see it. So in the intuition camp, we come together, we create this divine space, and everybody is awakened and opened. I do things in these, I was going to say classes, but it's not. It's like these experiences, these little portals, these moments in time when we go in, that people are opening, they're sensing things they've never sensed before. And if they haven't had a lot of experience with their senses, then they really don't know what to think. But everybody is amazed. Now, the part that's really relevant this week is what comes up for many people is the fear. Oh, I'm not good enough. She's better than me. Look at her. Listen to her. She saw visions. She's really good at this. I hope they don't call on me. I don't want to do this. So I've actually been receiving both kinds of messages, just like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad this space is open again, from people in the last year. I can't believe it. Even one of the students from last year, she went through stunning. She was just amazing. And she was in my chakra upgrade class. And she even told me after the class, I was a little nervous coming into the class. I thought, oh my gosh, do I know how to do this? Do I remember how to do this? Am I going to look stupid? That's the voice I'm talking about, because I'm seeing it get so loud and so aggressive right now inside of my clients that, oh my gosh, I feel great on the session. I feel great. I made this breakthrough. Oh, I came to the class. I did this thing. But then immediately after, or a little while after, the pain comes back. The fear comes back. The argument with someone comes back. And then, whoom, are you immediately being sucked back into, oh, it didn't work. When is it ever going to be over? How long do I have to do this? This is going on forever. I've been doing my spiritual work. I want it over. I want it now. Believe me, you are not the only one if you're feeling any of these things. And it's becoming so intense that some of my clients who, quite honestly, it surprises me. And I don't mean that because I never judge anyone. It shows me, it surprises me, it shows me how incredibly intense the energies are, trying to drag you back down into your negativity. Ooh, didn't turn my lights on. And trying to drag you down into this space where you feel like It's hopeless. You're powerless. You can't get out. You'll never change. You'll have to wait. You have to go look for some other answer. You have to go find a different solution or a different pill. You have to go figure out something else that you should do first before you put yourself out there. You're vulnerable. You believe in yourself. You decide that you're great. You step into your Leo. You step into your Lion. You let your heart open. And yes, guess what? Leo energy, Lion energy is called courageous for a reason. Courage is a state on the scale where you first begin to become empowered by energy instead of burdened by it. So power versus force is David Hawkins' original book, where they did the tests and they said, oh, here's the difference in our states of consciousness to show you, wow, when I'm in fear, when I'm in guilt, when I'm in lack, when I'm disappointed, when I'm craving, when I don't feel good enough, all of these different things, I'm way down here in a force state. It means it takes a lot of energy to force anything to happen, to force a change. And oh, just it's not good enough. I'll just give up and sit down. So I'm having clients who are already stellar at this go, wow, I'm having fear come up that I'm not good enough. And I'm having clients who haven't done it before saying, oh, wow, I don't think I'm good enough. They're all better. And no matter how many times I say, everyone has this fear. I remember last year, a few of my clients who I knew were stellar at this. They're energy healers. They're amazing. They came on and they're like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. And it was so interesting because when you're put into a particular situation, what's coming up? Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I see these patterns because I get to work with people privately. I get to do the classes, and then I'm doing my own work all the time, 24/7, right? So I'm like, what's this and what's that and what's coming up? And I need to be in the flow. And okay, I guess that has to wait till tomorrow. And I really had my plan and I was going to push it forward, but I have to learn to relax, to allow things to unfold. And so we're all in process. We're all changing literally every moment. There isn't any way to really measure how fast we are evolving now, right? Hi, Brittany, Sylvia, Dawn. Hi, Sandra. Leo. Rising in Cancer. Wow, that's a very interesting. I think we were talking about that, weren't we? Very interesting combination. All that fire and all that emotion, right? But I get it because I'm a Sagittarius with a Cancer moon and a Libra and apparently a whole bunch of Earth that I didn't know about. And so, yeah, so your perspective, how you experience things is going to be unique. So as we cross this North Node, we're going through a change point in our collective destiny. Literally on the planet, you may see, who knows how this stuff is going to unfold. You may see the most crazy stuff happening out there in the world. You can't get in the story, okay? And you can't listen to the part of you that keeps saying, oh, it's not my time. I have to go find something else. It's interesting. When I first started doing healing work and I was studying with a lady in France, and I was watching, she was working with people and animals all over the world. And so it wasn't about me. It wasn't me saying, I'm a healer, hire me, I am great, give me money, now I will do my thing, then you will judge me. Okay, that's the essential mindset, right? And so I was simply there to observe, to learn, to watch, to practice, to fine tune my intuition. I lived with her for a while, and we would go into the healing room, and there were all these radionics instruments around, and we had our pendulums and our charts and our medical books, and we were testing everybody's systems, and we were just doing all this in-depth work. And she was like, I used to call her the pendulum Nazi, because I would test something and say, here's the answers I got. And then she would be like, no, do it again. No, you're wrong. Do it again. No, do it again. So it was literally like one of these movies, Karate Kid type of thing. Do it again, do it again, do it again. And you get mad and you get frustrated and you're like, this is stupid. And when do I get to do the important stuff? And when do I get to take up the wand of the magician? I want to be, the magician. I don't want to be the apprentice anymore, and on and on. So, but she would throw me into situations that I was just me. I wasn't on stage. I wasn't in a group. I wasn't in a situation. Normally I would feel like, I'm going to stay quiet. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to look stupid. And yet she would just be like, after dinner, she'd like, okay, come in here, sit down. Now I'm going to start to tell you things, and you're going to do this and this, and you're going to stay calm. Then you're going to give me the answers. And she would use me as an intuitive conduit And I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. I'm not that good. So I've done it. Everybody's done it. Everybody still does it to some degree. Stop letting it stop you. Stop letting it stop you. Stop letting it stop you, whatever version it is. Sometimes it's stunning to me how quickly some clients I've had that I know have enormous strength, enormous talents, enormous expansive vision capabilities that go, oh no, I'm back in the hell today. And, I felt great tomorrow, or I was great after class, or I was great after the session. And 4 hours later, now I'm feeling this again. Why can't I do this? I'm powerless. I'm helpless. This will never change. And I'm sometimes thinking, seriously, you're listening to that voice? You're still listening to that voice? Not in a judgmental way, but how powerful it is speaking right now. So do not underestimate the power of your negativity. Stop fighting for your limitations, arguing for your limitations, trying to hide and trying to stay in the background. Yes, I know it's hard. We've been taught since childhood, especially when we went to school, ridiculed and laughed at when we didn't get the answer right, or cruel, obnoxious, horrific teachers being just absolute assholes to people. Can't believe how many teachers get away with telling people like, you're no good and you're going to amount to nothing, and why don't you just become a janitor? And I don't even know what else. Those are just some of the ones I know of. And, the intolerance, the inability to allow your individuality, the constant thing that has happened throughout your life. You're not right. Don't trust yourself. Who are you to think you're right? Who are you to think you're special? Who are you to think that you get any of this stuff? Well, guess what? Just like Marianne Williamson said, who are you not to? When on earth are we going, if we're the ones on the forefront, in the jungle of this consciousness transformation and this metamorphosis mess that's happening, then who else is going to stand up out of the muck and say, okay, screw this fucking shit. I'm not going to play that game anymore. I'm fed up, I'm tired, and I'm not doing it anymore. It's okay. Use the anger that you can access. Use some of those heavy energies, use some of those force energies when you need to help push yourself up out of that. Okay? All right. I'm getting off my soapbox now, and I'm going to head over here. Otherwise, I'm going to go on and on and on and on and on. Namaste. Welcome, my loves. And let's take a peek here at what we are going to talk about this week, because it is a magical week. So that little rant came through some things. When I get ready for these, I do it in stages. When I feel called, I start tuning into the energies. I start reading up on the energies, what's happening, who's going where. Then I take whatever that opinion is of what's happening, and I let it run through me. Maybe I don't do anything. Maybe I get up at 2 a.m. like today, and I start to write. It all comes through in a different way. And then the last few hours before I do something like this or a class, I'm in sacred space, I'm practicing, I'm channeling, I'm doing energy work, I'm doing whatever seems to be appropriate. So if you want to join the summer camp, we've just started. You get access to everything instantly, and you don't have to worry about being behind. I am contemplating adding another class, another practice class. I did get a request for please add some more practice sessions. So we'll contemplate that because they are so powerful. And I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to experience these different things, even if you're hiding in the back of the room. So please join us. There's payment plans. You can ask me any questions there are. Essentially, the bottom line is we're in energy right now that is going to burst your confidence. Mars is going to give you some fire. The Sirius sun is helping us be connected to our spiritual. We are having this light, right, increasing this Leo energy. And there's just so much happening that is actually helping the underlying change of the unity or reuniting energy of 2022. You're reuniting with more of your truth. Also, my Magnetize Your Beloved sessions, which manifested a while ago, were supposed to end yesterday, and I totally forgot about it because I was so consumed by the fabulousness of the intuition camp. So those are extended through tomorrow. If you felt called to that, take a look. There's also a bundle, and the retreat is coming. So if you are interested in this in any way, shape, or form, you need to come forward and start to talk to me. We need to talk, okay? I can give you logistics. I can tell you about things that will waylay some of your fears of traveling or coming to Mexico. I live in the second safest city area in all of the Americas, South, Central, North, Canada, US. That means where I live, it is safer than anywhere you live if you live in America. The only safer place, and it used to be number 2 and we used to be number 1, so we play that game, is Quebec. So I'm safer than every single place in Canada except Quebec. It is safe to travel here. You do not need a vaccine. We are going to pay for all your transportation on the days of the retreat, and we are going to pay for most of your food, and we are having Michelle and Christian come over to my house to be on the beach, to do ceremony and cacao, and we are going to temples. So we're going to stay at this luxury lodge at the bottom over here, right on the temple grounds, and it's just an epic thing. There is no explanation of how this will change your life, how beautiful, colorful it is. It's a spiritual adventure. It is a transformational adventure. It is a taste and flavor adventure. So it is for you to go somewhere new. All right, so this channeled in right as I was starting the show. Let's go ahead and declare this together. I enter this sacred space in reverence, presence, and love. I am that I am, and I am light, and I am love, and I am infinite, and I am supported. Now, if you want to close your eyes, I'm going to be reading it so you can feel it, you can say it, you can watch where your fears come up when you say this, where you resist it, where you feel, no, that's not true, or you try to avoid it, or where you feel an opening, or where you feel a releasing. These are commands and declarations, so we'll call them demands. Demands. These are things that you are giving into your field that have power. You wouldn't even be alive if you didn't have any power, so you're pretty powerful. I am ready and I am willing to accept my truth and stop arguing with my power and my strength and my beauty and my potential. I am ready. Are you ready? When you say that, what do you feel? Do you want to run away? Do you want to leave the class? Do you want to tell somebody, don't pick me? You want to say, oh, well, you know, I feel this way because it's really not my time, because that's not true. I'm ready and willing to accept my truth, my beauty, my strength, my potential, my intuitive powers, my senses, my abilities to manifest love and health and money. And I am ready and willing to pull my eyes away. The eyes that have been glued on the fear and the pain and the wounds and the failures and the I'm not enoughs. I'm ready to pull my eyes away. And my senses that have been glued to, well, they're better than me, so I will hide myself and I'll keep looking for my problems. Stop thinking, why is it still here? And when am I going to be good enough? Stop thinking, oh, it'll never change. I can't, I won't. It's not true. It's not real. It's the old patterns of fear. They're hanging on you. They're attached to you. You've been shedding them. You've been releasing them. And they keep coming back to drag you down. The more you move forward, the more they will be here to say, no. But you are right now good enough to be free. You have the powers. You have the path. You're a seed of source. You are a seed from the most beautiful energies that you would never deny their value and their power. And you haven't allowed that seed the proper environment, the proper nourishment, the proper conditions, and the love to sprout and grow and expand and flower and produce fruit. Because whatever you've done, as magnificent as you are, is nothing compared to who you truly are. When will you decide to accept it? So take a deep breath in. Draw everything that has just been declared within you to the center of your heart. Fill it with the breath. 3 and 2 and 1. Blow it out. Thought intention with breath. And let it pulse through you. If you'd like to open your eyes, take a look at my rainbow bridge. This was at my house last week. My house is on the right here where the turquoise gate. Why am I showing you this? Because this shows you the beauty that is hidden unless you're in the right circumstance to see it. When I see a rainbow, I am filled with magic. I am filled with love. I'm filled with hope. I can't believe in anything negative. The colors, the rainbow, the energies of Ishel, the rainbow goddess of the Maya, all the different meanings somewhere over the rainbow. Well, this is a portal. This is the rainbow bridge that we're walking. We're walking into the Lion's Gate. And you are supported. But we have learned so well to hide our power and to hide our strength and to not be good enough and to hide the part of us that wants to jump up and say, hey, look at me. Woo, look what I can do. Isn't this fun? Let's play. Because so many of us are still burdened. And that's why we're going through this breakdown. That's why things look like a hot mess. That's why there's so much pain. That's why there's so much fear. That's why there's so much manipulation and desperation right now. I've never seen this level of spam. I've never seen this level of intensity of people going after you for your money and trying to tell you, oh, if you do my course, tomorrow you will be rich and all your problems will be solved. Well, I'm going to be the bummer in your life and tell you it's not true. Every program has potential to help you. But when you get sucked into somebody's desperate vibrations and brilliant NLP and ability, I could NLP you from here to kingdom come. Hand me all your money, borrow everything you own from everybody around you. This is the moment. If you don't do it now, it won't happen for you. What are you doing? Why are you waiting? Yeah, I'm saying some of those same things, but I'm saying them to empower you. I'm showing you, you have it within you. Do you need me? No. Do you resonate with me? If you do, then maybe I am a nourishing element for you at this time in your life. Maybe you have 200 classes sitting on your shelf. There's probably one there that has your answers. But the key is in you. Where are you standing? Are you standing over behind the trees where you can't see the rainbow? Keep saying, when the rainbow going to come? When's the rainbow going to come? When? Why am I still in the dark? Why am I in the trees when you only have to walk 4 feet to see the ocean, to see the blue sky, to see the rainbow, to see the portal? Don't be the fly who dies banging his head against the wall. Turn around. Fly out the open door, or one of the many bazillions you have within you. Okay, so now let's take a look, because I want to quickly move through the energies. I'm going to speak these. You're going to absorb them. You're going to understand what we're doing, because this is about your purpose. This is about your destiny. The destiny is only a word I've started to use in the last year or so, very much because it used to have a fate quality to me, and I didn't like the idea that something had power over me. And yet, was I taking my powers? Was I using my full powers? No, I was letting everyone else tell me whether I was good enough. I was letting all my inner beliefs of this life and other lives in my childhood, tell me, speak up, don't speak up, stand in the background, get sick, don't raise your hand. I can tell you that I used to go to a channel and I'd sit in the back and listen with a lot of skepticism and doubt. And certain things happened on the path that shifted me into a place of faith. I understood and believed. I started to know. And yet I didn't want to be called on. I didn't want to be looked at. I didn't have any idea what self-love was. I had the ability to look at myself as not good enough, find my problems, constantly be trying to adjust who I was and what I was to everyone else. So I went to a workshop. I was in the second row, and little tiny lady, was channeling a big giant being from the Pleiades. So it's he. He said, okay, we're going to go start with the beginning. Just go down the line. You're going to say, I love, and your name. I started to sweat. I started to turn red. It was ridiculous, the amount of physical reactions I was having in my body. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't say it. I couldn't, even thinking about trying to say I love myself was beyond belief. And yet here I am today, and I say, I really do love myself. I'm still finding those parts of me that say, oh no, should I hold back? Should I run away? Do I really want to be here? And I have to respect who I am, who needs time alone and time out here with you, and time alone and time with spirit and time out there. It's finding your vibe. It's finding your flow. But how do you know your flow? Because we've all been taught to live the way our families did, or to live the way your gender was supposed to live at the time you were raised, or live the way that your supposed value in the world, like, oh, I'm a lawyer, I'm important, I make a lot of money, oh, I'm a dishwasher, I'm not important, I'm an artist, I have to be poor and broke, blah, blah, okay? That's what I think we're breaking. So this crossing of our collective destiny, evolving and shifting and changing in a time when things are evolving really fast. Starting yesterday, as we're going through this rainbow bridge with our spiritual sun and with our fire, which is our spirit, and with our confidence and courage and our belief in ourselves and our positive ego and the I can do it. And Uranus is the planet of change and awakening. So this is together with this North Node. And so our highest destiny is in a moment of change and awakening. It's kind of significant. And we're in a moment of confidence, light, spiritual, physical, and feminine energies coming together and evolving. This is a major ordeal. And what makes this week really sweet is that Mars is joining the party to add some fire and some focus. That's what you want to use that energy for. Maybe you want to fight these illusions, fight these parts of you that keep trying to drag you down. Awaken to the highest path of our destiny as a global, collective energy. That includes Gaia. That includes our crystals. That includes every animal, every leaf, every crystal, every drop of water, every cloud. Everything in the cycle of this particular place is having this evolution. So what is our collective purpose now? What is our collective purpose next? What is our collective purpose potential? And what are these same things for you? What is your purpose now? Well, your purpose right now is to shed that shit, to stop living that story. You're not a poor me. You're just not. Don't buy it anymore. It's time to make changes, to evolve and help to the next thing in life. Can you try something different? So all this year is about the change in our destiny, right? We've been 222, coming back together, reuniting together ourselves, us with our inner self, us with our higher self, us with source, us with our past, us with our other lives, us with the planet's destiny. Our collective destiny is in evolution. And because there's some Taurus energy in this, they're going to be right now. This is kind of cool because Taurus is earth energy. It's wealth, it's possessions, it's things that get manifested that have value, and money and environment and food. And there's this wild thing happening where this ancient symbol of a new continent rising out of the ocean is related to this destiny North Node thing. So it's interesting because you look at the ancients, like the ancient Maya or the Egyptians, who tracked the stars, who understood, who communicated with other planets and other people with ease and grace, and built these temples for this reason, to make sure they walked in both worlds at the same time. They knew when these things were going to happen. Now we go, oh, that's silly. How could you know just by looking at a few stars and this and that or whatever? That mindset that's running the world, that part that's saying intuition is stupid and energy doesn't exist and tries to push you down and tries to bully you and tries to gaslight you, is the energy we are leaving. So if it's in your relationships, or it's in your own relationship with yourself, if it's in your relationship with your spouse or your family, if it's in your relationship with your culture or your gender or your school upbringing or your religion, whatever that voice is, this is the moment of a new continent rising up out of the ocean. To me, that's one of the many, many energies that are relevant right now that really struck an energetic chord with me. Well, of course, I think of Atlantis. I'm a huge fan of Atlantis. I connected with it a lot, usually at our retreats here on certain pyramids. They're connected with Egypt. They're connected with Atlantis. There's a lot of energies that are collective. The crystals that were in Atlantis that were used to create consciousness grids and consciousness spheres, I guess, over the continent, they still exist. They're still at the bottom of the ocean. They're waking up. All of the crystals in the earth were put to sleep at the same time as the fall, and they've been programmed to wake up, and they've been waking up. So this new continent rising up out of the ocean, what does that mean for you? What part of you, what part of your truth and your power that you've been craving and you're so tired of playing the poor person and the sick person and the weak person and the person who's waiting for your destiny to get started and the person who's, didn't succeed right or wants it a different way, whatever that is, what if you just let that go and let this continent within you rise up? What is the new opportunity? This is about discovering new land, new places, new parts of you, birthing what was forgotten or hidden or sunken. What are you returning with? What was buried treasure? Because Atlantis certainly has buried treasure in Lemuria, and there's pyramids like galore all over the world underwater right now. What is this meaning? How is your new direction and purpose talking to you now? So this special week, we talked about all of this. The more heat from Mars, Uranus will call you to push for greater freedom inside and around you. It's time to see through the barriers and no longer let them tell you that they are real. Mars is this power. You can use it to burst. If you feel, no, those heavy energies are dragging me back, grab Mars. Let that Mars come in and just kick butt, okay? Give you a power burst to help push back your fears and no longer let them drag you down, let you pull you forward. Say, no, I am not succumbing to impulsive energy, which could be some Mars energy, or to anger energy, but unless you're going to use that heat to burst up, to stand up, to say, starting today, I am no longer doing this pattern. I know it consumes me. I know it runs me. I know it's done that for decades or lifetimes, but guess what? It's not going to happen anymore. And there's a lot of irritation energy that's going to be floating around all through August. And I thought, oh God, I hate that stuff. So there I was irritated by it. Well, how do you take irritation and look at it, accept it? What is it? It's talking to you. It could be a tickle. It could be an itch. It could be telling you something's there that you don't want there. It could be telling you there's a bug on you about to bite you, right? Okay? Because you're walking to the lion's gate as old irritants that are dying off, trying to grab you and pull you down. So just feel like I'm keeping my head up above the water. I'm keeping my heart open. I'm keeping courageous and self-love and strength and spiritual loving guidance from Sirius. I am supported. I am the seed that is surrounded by this, because this is very rare energy. As far as I can tell, this energy has never happened before like this and may never happen again. So this is framing our walk, and this is for you to be in your day with more purpose, to set bigger goals, to help make your destiny come into your reality. It's already here. So this magical week is perfectly designed for you to change your connection to your purpose and your divine path. The whole world is doing it, so it may feel like a lot of things are falling apart. That's okay. Let it go. Don't try to hold the world up. Don't try to spin all the plates. Let them fall down. This is a week where you have these three elements creating space for you. And in my world, that's a triangular pyramid portal or a gateway energy. So the Lion's Gate is a joyful path What fills you with a sense of purpose? You have the power, if you're willing to finally accept it, to assist the direction of the collective evolution and destiny. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute. What fills you with sense of purpose? Now tell yourself, I'm going to find where there is an inspiring and expansive feeling, and I'm going to carry it within me, and I'm going to walk through the old illusion of fear. What do you want to do in the world? What do you want to give to the world? What do you want to contribute to the world? What do you want to be in the world? Stop thinking about yourself for a moment, and you're going to find yourself. When you become obsessed with your fears, your pains, your past, your can'ts, your won'ts, your blocks, you live in a small world. You think it's all about you. You can't think about anyone else. And yet you feel like, I have so much love to give. I've worked on this for so long. I want to finally do my groovy thing. I want to help people. I want to talk to people. I want to write a book. I want to dance free every day. I want to do travel. The energies are going to start to try to shut down travel again. So if you want to travel, I highly recommend you do it now. You do it now. You do it this year. You do it this fall. Don't wait for next year. Look what happened a few years ago. They're not done playing around with these energies. Things falling apart. People are in fear. People are trying to control. People are trying to manipulate. Energies are desperate. So if you want to give something into the world, what is it? I want to give freedom. I want you to feel free and trust that you know who you are. And no matter what you think is falling apart in your life, it's a gift. And walk away from what's falling apart. Let it fall apart. What do you want to be inside of you, in your life? I want you to think big. I want you to have bigger dreams, huge goals, go beyond your imagination. And I know where there's a resistance to that because I have it myself. So just a caveat on that is that I do sometimes find myself, it does creep in, and it's shocking to me because I have a nature, a design that is like, oh, that's a fabulous idea. Let's go do it right now. And I have one that doesn't mind climbing big mountains and learning big things and going through big struggles and working hard and getting tired and doing all this stuff. It's the part of me that says you don't have to do all that hard work to do it that I've had to listen to more. But there's a part of me that's still like, I have dreamed so big. I have made so much money. I have built so many big businesses. I have put all of myself into this, and then it didn't work out the way I wanted, and things fell apart, and I had a divorce, and I went through a bankruptcy, and I lost everything, and I'm adult with nothing, or whatever. This is the story that I'm living. And the story has value if somebody was watching this as a movie and it won an Academy Award and people were like, I was so moved and it made me understand my life and life was changed. But I don't look at my life that way. Do you look at your life that way? I started to say, well, what is unique about what's happened on my life? Instead of seeing it as, why can't I have that? Why do I have this? I was to say, why do I have this? Why did I choose this? So when I've tried to think big and make things happen, it's been based on the energies have been polluted with doing it for someone else, for someone else's reasons, and judging the outcome with somebody else's mindset. That's the difference. Thinking big, dreaming big in your own self. All right, so we're going to drop down into our activation. I'm going to quickly remind us what the Jupiter energies are. I've talked about this for weeks now. The Lion's Gate and Jupiter. Jupiter went retrograde yesterday. Jupiter is my planet. Yay, it's the planet of good fortune and good luck and happiness and abundance. And it expands everything it touches. But it expands everything, both good things and happy things that you like. And it's going to expand the things in your shadow side. So this week, you might poke up old anger, poke up old fear, poke up more pain. Don't go, oh, well, fine, this doesn't work. Stop. Turn around, get back on the path, and keep going. Some of the energies to remember. Jupiter is going to be in retrograde from Aries to Pisces. That's from the first sign, or the beginning energies, to the last sign, or the end energies. So think of it this way. Jupiter is come back to review with you from beginning to end who you've been, so you can leave this year completely new. That's powerful. That means the rest of this year is full of amazing power. It's going to be in Aries until October, so you're going to be experiencing things that happened right now, maybe May, June, or July. These might come up, or things in the past. You might peak and ebb and flow. You might think, I thought I was done with that. Why is it coming back again? Jupiter is coming back and expanding, but also bringing good luck and good fortune and energy and happiness and all that. But it's expanding your fear of something you're carrying, your fear of not being good enough. Okay? Understand the energy of what's happening, and then it will interact with you. So if something's expanding and it's not what you want, say, okay, I'm going to listen to you because maybe this is between me and what I think I want. The secret right now is to not fall into the trap of negativity, judging, and disappointment just because something isn't gone or changed to what you think it should be. This review is a renew. You might be expanding old things that you didn't like, but you're also filling them full of confidence, courage, creativity, and positive ego, so that you can see and complete and reclaim and then really expand, because you no longer have these energies slowing you down. So you can only access this expansion energy to a degree for the things that you want to expand, the positive things you think you want, because you have these other things that are going to expand first. But if you get stuck in them, then stop yourself, okay? Then you're going to be there. So review your abundance, your good fortune, big thinking, and optimism. Review expansion of anything that is ready to be completed and leave and be done. And you're going from the alpha and the omega in like a life review. So that means the planet is too. That means that the whole collective consciousness is too. How connected are you to it? How much work are you doing for the collective? Because most of you are as well. But when you don't increase your intuition, when you don't learn your energy work, when you don't face your fears of being good enough and all of this, you sit and spin in the stew of wishing you could help or thinking you're not helping. And you are. So you might experience a review from the beginning to the end of a relationship, or a pattern that you've lived through, or a part of your life that has completed. Maybe someone has died, or you've left a relationship, or you're moving to a new country, whatever. So where can you expand your understanding, acceptance, and peace with the past and turn fully into this moment, accepting who you really are? So there's another view of our beautiful double rainbow. And just remember the Leo energy. What are you being affected by? Choose to change. Use the line courage, confidence, strength. Okay. Out of balance, remember, it's stubborn, prideful, demanding attention, power over others, flaring up, judgment, anger. You're going to see that around you. And when you see that in others, you know that they are not able to tune into the powerful and receive and believe that they can accept the expansion of the powerful part of the Leo energy. So that leader in you, be playful, protective, be the royal authority for yourself, be your own leader. Let this expand, be full of light, be full of heart, and remember, we're aligning with Orion's belt. Your solar plexus is your personal power. So it's interesting that we're doing this and we're detaching from that lovely cat energy. You don't need to be anything but yourself. Leo knows it's fabulous, right? So this is what we've got here. Okay, good. So remember to join the Intuition Awakening, get a beloved session if you want one, and check out the retreat and talk to me, because these are the most important things that we're playing with right now. And I have meditations. I've got lots of free stuff in the shop. All the links are below. If you can't find it, please contact us at nanakasha.com. However, you have so much within you that isn't respected. Like my new glasses. Finally got them. I can see. All right. So as we go into our brief, beautiful, let's see, which one of these is that the sun? The sun. Okay. We have the sun coming in. Sun changes position, right? This is a beautiful painting I got at Taos Pueblo, and from the Native American man who painted it. And I forget the real name, But to me, these bubbles represent seeing through the veil, seeing through the worlds, different energies. This is the bridge. This is the portal. You can cross it, you can go under it, you can flow. And it's open, it's there, ready for you to create your world. So I haven't yet had my pictures mounted on the wall, so I thought I would bring this here. And there's these little birds flying here that you may or may not be able to see. Okay? All right, my loves. Take a nice deep breath in. Put your hands on your heart. I am that I am, EA, Escher, EA. I am light, and I walk with this light every day. Breathe that in and send that message out. I am light. I am never separate from this light. It is living within me. It has been shrouded. It has been covered. It has been doubted. It has been judged. It has been pushed back. It's been diluted. But this light is always there, and it knows exactly who I am. Take a deep breath in. I call on the lion energy in Leo, the sun and the fire. I call on the lion's gate and the infinity symbols of this beautiful gateway and portal. Now open your hands. Feel that you've called them, and it is opening around you. You are connecting to this fire, Leo, sun energy. It is around you. It is within you. Breathe this energy in. I fill my heart with the courage, love, strength, creativity, focus, and confidence. And I fill my solar plexus. Push that energy down from the heart into the belly. Keep pushing it. Push those barriers back. Say, I'm not going to be limited anymore. I am not going to allow these barriers in my power center anymore. I'm pushing back the barriers, and I don't need to use any effort. I don't need to use any violence. I don't need to use anything except acceptance. I am that I am, and I step forward, and the barriers move back. More light pours into me. Take a deep breath in. I'm ready to be connected to the Sirius sun, to the Orion gateway, and to all the energies of my divine being. Blow them out in front of you like a dragon breathing fire. Down deep into your belly that's been dark and holding your power back. You see and sense all those dark voices crawling around in the dark, but you can't. It didn't work. You won't ever be able to be free. You're destined for nothing. Crawling and sliming, heavy with their evil thoughts that have infected them to the point where they're just toxic waste. Breathe into your heart. Feel your chest open. The lion energy enters you. You feel strong, tall. You expand. More and more of you expand and expand. Like the rising sun within you, you feel the strength, the flexibility. You detach these negative voices. These things have told me I'm not enough. These limits, they are lies, and I see the lie. They are lies, and I no longer live this lie. They are lies, and I see through these lies. I see in the dark. You no longer fool me. I'm not coming to you. You're leaving now. This blue light of the Sirius spiritual sun comes through. You feel it, just a tiny ray. It opens your feet, and you begin to feel these energies draining. Old, toxic identities, limits, not enoughness, all of it draining slowly. The blue Sirius light now opens your root, pulls out the dead, the dirt, the rocks, the locks, all the energies. I am the light, I am the light. It is now filling your body. You feel the fire moving up the arms, into your paws, into every finger, and out. I am the creator of my reality. I am the conduit of divine source energy. I am here in this moment, and I know I was meant to be here. The light that is me lights the path for us all. I know, even in the dark, even in the days that I believed I was never going to make it, I was never enough. There isn't a path for me. This light fed me just enough to keep me alive. And now I clear this root and I enter it. I bring this fire from my purpose in my sun. I expand the sun and my crown. I receive these energies. I allow Mars to bring me strength, to stand even taller, to give me heat and fire to burn and melt and mold the things before me, to take the old and forge by fire the strength of my sword, of my focus. I can cut through any darkness. I feel Uranus near me and around me, awakening me. I'm ready for this change. Let the tower fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. Let it fall. The tower was built from fear, and it can crumble now because the fear within it is no longer real. Push back those barriers with your heart, with your hands. Feel yourself glowing like the sun. And now, Sirius, the blue light, it fills your womb. It takes you deep into your deepest shame and guilt, your lack. And it takes you to the deepest chambers of your secrets and your powers. And the light that you hold within you now opens that chamber. You scoop up the jewel of your soul that has been compressed and repressed and pushed down and condensed, holding it to your belly. You turn and you run. You run through the sacral. The light is pouring out of you. It is dripping. It is filling. It is flowing behind you like explosions. The old is breaking down. The tower falls. You run forward. You are the leader. I am that I am. And your focus is forward. You run, and the opening to your true power, to your solar center, to the plexus of all powers you have been, and you are ready to be again. You break through. Your light, your jewel, are like a tiny floating star in an infinite, vast space. This is your solar center. This is the place. This is where the doubt and the judgment and the lack have lived, and now it is draining. Now the light is growing. Now you are the light, the tiny pinprick of light. You float into the center and begin to receive, holding this jewel of your secret powers. You see and sense the stargate of Orion aligning around you. Welcome. Walk this way. Be in this process. Come here every day. Fill your power center with light. And on 8/8, the reuniting of your infinite powers with your infinite nature, with your infinite self-love, will open your light to the world. Now stay in this sacred space as long as it feels good. And when you're ready to exit, simply feel your body around this vast space, free now of these past heavy energies. Feel the lightness and feel the disconnection from your old body, your old world, your old thoughts, your old reality, your old beliefs, your old relationships. Already your perceptions are shifting. This is day 1. On day 8, the infinity portal will open and you will walk through fully enlightened. Be in this process every day this week. Repeat this. Contact me if you need help, a session, an intuition camp, or what else is coming forward for you that you would like my feedback on. I leave you here. Remember, awakening and change, Uranus, crossing your collective and personal destiny path. We are changing direction. It's not a choice and it's not an option. It is what it is. Accept what is. This is the moment. There's no more classes to take. There's no more things to learn. There's no more practice to take. It's just about you showing up within you, supported and loved. We give great thanks to ourselves, to this moment, to Lion and Leo, to Uranus, to the North Node, to Sirius, to Mars and to Jupiter, to the expansion, to our divine higher selves and our intuitive network, to all we have been, all we are, and all we have the potential to become. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and a clear connection and path remain as we walk step by step, breath by breath, word by word, action by action on our own path, which is also a collective path. I agree to hold the light. I agree to resist the dark. I agree to move forward and push back the barriers so that all may feel the light. I refuse to buy into the old stories about me, the stories in the news, the stories on Facebook, the stories in my family, the stories in my past. They are stories. They were stories once interesting and no longer. They hold no power for me, over me, or with me. And I declare that this is true, and so from this moment forward. And so it is. Be sure that you anchor this in. Be sure that you allow these energies to play with you. Remember to keep going back to the positive lion energy and find it. Remember to accept anything that comes up that seems like past and pain, because maybe it needs to be reviewed. Maybe it's being expanded by that beautiful Jupiter energy. Jupiter is a god. You know, Jupiter is that masculine, benign, loving, powerful energy that is reviewing with you who you are from beginning to end. This is amazing. All right, everyone. Namaste. Have a beautiful and blessed day. It was an honor to join you. It was an honor to come together. Oh, thank you, Brittany. You're my favorite. I love your new glasses. Why, thank you. Thank you so much, Julie. My children think they're wonderful, and it's lovely to receive compliments from my children. Isn't that a lovely thing to be able to do? All right, my beauties. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to see you in a few days in intuition class. Keep doing it. Join. Come see me. Go find what you feel called to. This is really exciting. Okay, everybody. Namaste. Have a beautiful and blessed day. You're so welcome, Dawn.